Hello everybody, this is Malik, Siraj, Akbar. I am sure you're a little surprised with this video. You're like, where is this coming from? Actually, my official professional account on Facebook just got verified, so I'm excited. Now I have a blue badge next to my account. So there are like, you can use your Facebook mention option. I was like, let me give it a try. Like, let's see what's going on and say hello to everybody. I keep seeing like Mark Zuckerberg all the time, doing live shows on Facebook. I was like, let me try it. And here I am. I got my verified badge and I'm excited. I thank you all for liking my articles, for following my Facebook page, and I hope to see a few of you again. I hope I'll be doing more of these live shows, from different places about different things, different events. And as you know, we recently launched the Balochistan Institute here in Washington, D.C. And the response has been overwhelming. People have really appreciated the effort. We were on the front page of a very prominent newspaper in Balochistan, Daily Tawar, which published the news about, and the Balochistan Institute actually has is a super lead story. So what we're trying to do with the Balochistan Institute is we are putting up a lot of projects together, and this also includes a newly launched show actually. It's a blog talk radio show. It's called Balochistan in America, where we try to discuss things about Balochistan. As some of you may know about Balochistan, since I have a lot of people on my page who are from Balochistan, but there are people who are from the United States and North America and Europe who do not know a lot about Balochistan. So the purpose of the Institute is to create awareness in the United States about Balochistan, which is a region divided between Iran, Pakistan, and Afghanistan. And only in Pakistan, Balochistan is the largest province in terms of area. It's as big as France, or 8 times as big as Switzerland. Then in Iran, there are also largest provinces called Sistan and Balochistan. So it's been a little hyphenated, but it's actually Balochistan. And then a lot of Baloch people live in Afghanistan. So once the British left the area, they divided the people. Even during the time of the British in 1923, the Iranian part was separated. So the region is extremely rich with mineral wealth. How mineral wealth is somewhat translated into a curse. I'm sure you've heard the story. It's not something new. It has happened in a lot of regions in the world. So in Balochistan, we have an ongoing insurgency. There are a lot of operations by the Pakistani government against the political activists who try to ask for the right to ownership of this mineral wealth. So Balochistan has got a lot of gas, gold, copper, and the people, the local community, does not benefit from all this. So we are trying to create awareness across the world, like what the region of Balochistan is all about, what is its significance. If you are somebody even living in Pakistan, you hardly know much what's going on in Balochistan, because the media is so strictly censored inside Balochistan, and so Pakistanis even don't know much about Balochistan. So the goal for us is to inform the world, educate the world, about the people of Balochistan, their culture and their history. And for a long time, actually, it has only been, the Pakistani analysts and scholars who have set the narrative on Balochistan. For the first time, I think my generation is very blessed. We are trying to speak on our behalf, our own people who are educated, people who think the people of Balochistan have not been treated fairly, the people of Balochistan have never had the opportunity to speak for themselves. So that is what I write about, all the time. I'm always asked, why do you only write about Balochistan? I'm because nobody else writes on Balochistan, or not many people write about Balochistan. There are people who talk about everything, all topics are covered, from Afghanistan to Pakistan to India-Pakistan conflict. But Balochistan is one area which is not covered much. So I try to write about all this, and as some of you know, I regularly write for Huffington Post, I write for the Baloch Hall, which is the online newspaper that I launched a few years ago. So the Balochistan Institute is focusing on all these different aspects of Balochistan, the history, culture, politics, and many other things. So as a part of it, actually, we just launched the online radio talk show, as I mentioned. We we do shows like in all the original languages, in Baluchi, in Urdu, and we just had a show on the Shia Hazaras, who are another minority in Balochistan, who are prosecuted. So I had a wonderful guest actually from New York. It's interesting. I had met him like 10 years ago. That was like 10 years ago, 2006. I was doing a story on the Hazara minority, and every time I spoke to a source, they're like, you should talk to this guy. So I eventually found him, and he was the director of the Balochistan Museum in Quetta. He was a wonderful man. He helped me a lot with sources and doing my story. So 10 years later, I was thinking of doing a story about the Hazara, the Shia, and here I found this guy. He lives in New York now. So we had a grad show. We interestingly had a few callers, who gave their insights. One Baloch, one Pashtun, and then we had Hazara talk about the Hazara rights. So the Balochistan in the US show, Balochistan in America show, intends to bring the communities together. Honestly, there are a lot of things that we can talk about inside Pakistan. Our own people, the textbooks have been distorted. Textbooks like teach us a fictional history. People live under illusion. People are told like bad history, and that is what we are trying to change. So what we do is especially like the diaspora community, we sit down, we talk. We are very liberal. We talk about like all things that are like taboo in Pakistan, from religion to politics and the role of the military. So I'm excited, we are in a position to bring all these people together, have a chat, just try to debrief for like what is going on, how the official narrative, how the distorted textbooks have like influenced our generation. So it's a long conversation, I'm like somebody who believes in evolution, who who believes like in processes and change, and change does not take place overnight. So in a nutshell, I intended to make a short video just to try, the live stream on my Facebook page. So thank you very much, everybody, for joining. Stay tuned and have a good night. Enjoy your weekend. Bye-bye.